So my big question then, George, is why? Like, why do we see this power grab from the elites? What's their game?
Well, let me segue, and it's not much of a segue, across to the so-called pandemic treaty, which, you know, the United Nations just discussed very recently, only a few weeks ago. We had, unfortunately, our representatives there, Australia's representatives at the UN, all for it, along with the US. Thankfully, the summit that they had on this so-called pandemic treaty actually come up with weasel words, as the United Nations is wont to do, and it meant absolutely nothing. But the people who are behind this pandemic treaty, they want the World Health Organization to have overarching powers that would affect nations like Australia. They want the ability to actually have directors of the World Health Organization be able to be the ones that blow the whistle when pandemic measures come into effect. They want every country across the world, including Australia, to actually have legislation on the books that triggers certain things when the World Health Organization calls a pandemic. And those things could include, as I just said before, curfews, lockdowns, mask mandates, vaccine mandates. All of this is just simply a repeat, but they're going to do it in a centralized fashion. So you ask the question, to what end would they do it? It's a power grab. This is about global governance. It's actually not so much about pandemic preparedness as it is about centralizing power internationally. And that's what these people have wanted all along. You know, they've tried it on with climate change for umpteen years now, and they've failed because largely there's a segment of the population that I think is growing that just rejects the idea that at all costs we've got to do something about the climate, even though apparently, if you talk to the experts, whatever we do is not going to fix anything.